Are you serious? Are we talking Mark of the Beast now? What? Are we talking about a microchip that they want to put in your hand? Folks, it's already the law of the land. It was passed in the Obamacare bill. And now, and I talked about this last year when it first went through. Nobody's listening. Well, now maybe you will, because the date has been set when every person in the United States of America must receive the microchip, the RFID chip, okay? Radio Frequency Identification Device. When are you going to have it? March 23rd, 2013. You've got about a year. What? Let's read it. Here's what it says. Hang on now. Hang on. Now I'm going to tell you what the Bible says. Let me read to you the actual law in the land. This new health care, or known as Obamacare, law requires an RFID chip implantable in all of us. This chip will not only contain your personal information with tracking capability, but it will also be linked to your bank account. And get this, in page 1004 of the new law, dictating the timing of this chip, it reads, and I quote, "Not later than 36 months after the date of the enactment, it is now the law of the land that by March 23rd, 2013, we will all be required to have an RFID microchip underneath our skin, and this chip will be linked to our bank accounts as well as have our personal history, records, and tracking capabilities, or GPS, built into it." Now listen to this. On Sunday, March the 21st, 2010, the United States Senate Healthcare Bill, known as H.R. 3200, was passed and signed into law the following Tuesday. On page 1004 of this new law, it tells us that there has to be a microchip. Now it's called the law is called H.R. 3200, section 2521, page 1001, paragraph 1, and I'll read it. "The Secretary shall establish a national medical device registry, in this subsection referred to as the registry, to facilitate the analysis."
I want to thank God is the one and only true living God, the creator of heaven and the universe. Is that his jacket? Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Even though the earth be removed, though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling, be still and know that I am God. Where we once were, we are no longer a Christian nation. My fellow citizens, I stand here today humbled by the task before us, grateful
Raining men. Raining men. Raining men.
My name is Barack Obama. My mother was born in Kansas. My father was born in Kenya. And I was born, of course, in Hawaii.
But may make free speech a felony and seriously restrict your right to political protest. Just signed into law by the president, H.R. 347 gives federal agents sweeping powers to arrest and bring felony charges against citizens engaged in protests where the Secret Service is present.
Contrary to the rumors that you heard, I was not born in a manger. I was actually born on Krypton and sent here by my father, Jor-El, to save the planet Earth.
Tonight, let us be clear. The United States of America stands with the people of Tunisia and supports the democratic aspirations of all people.
Let me close by saying a few words about the situation in Egypt. We are sending a strong and unequivocal message. Attacks on reporters are unacceptable. Attacks on human rights activists are unacceptable. Attacks on peaceful protesters are unacceptable. The Egyptian government has a responsibility to protect the rights of its people. The future of Egypt will be determined by its people. It's also clear that there needs to be a transition process that begins now. The United States and the entire world continues to be outraged by the appalling violence against the Libyan people. The United States is helping lead an international effort to deter further violence, put in place unprecedented sanctions to hold the Gaddafi government accountable, and support the aspirations of the Libyan people. I have therefore approved the use of U.S. military aircraft to help move Egyptians who have fled to the Tunisian border to get back home to Egypt. I've authorized USAID to charter additional civilian aircraft to help people from other countries find their way home. We're supporting the efforts of international organizations to evacuate people as well. I've also directed USAID to send humanitarian assistance teams to the Libyan border so that they can work with the United Nations, NGOs, and other international partners inside Libya to address the urgent needs of the Libyan people. Going forward, we will continue to send a clear message. Violence must stop. Muammar Gaddafi has lost legitimacy to lead, and he must leave.
A secret plan.